Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. So Netflix absolutely flat on the day, and if you look at my screen, came down to 593.56. We got 13-day moving average right here. This orange line sitting at 594. We got a bounce off of that level, went back up over 600, ran up to 607.93. But just before closing came back and now trading under 600. So here on Netflix, your line in the sand 594, 588, and then this gap 575.78. To the upside, Netflix can break and hold 600, then watch out for a move up to 604 to 605 right here, and above that this gap on top 615, and that could be a huge move if this thing actually gets that breakout over 604. You're going to see Netflix going up and closing this gap at 615. Now also keep that in mind, we got lots of gaps right here on Netflix to the downside. So soon as Netflix gets under 588, you're going to see selling down to this gap 575.78, possibly down to even 564, and then this gap just below 560. On Meta, it's up 1.20%, and look at this insane move. Yesterday it was down below 490, and today almost hitting a fresh new all-time high. High for the day 502.97, and now trading at 496. So going into tomorrow's session on Meta, your line in the sand right here 495, rising 5-day moving average, and then 490, this breakout support right here, a critical support on Meta, and just below that 485, 480, all the way down to this gap just under 470. But as long as I would say Meta can hold above 490, you're going to see a move all the way back up to 504, and then possibly even 520. On Google, stock is down 0.91%, and Google getting down to 131.95 again today, and barely going back up. And if you look at my screen, we saw a bit of a rally here on Google early in the morning, got up to 134.74 right here. But look at this rejection, not even touching exactly 135, and then this thing came back all the way down to 131.95, and now trading at 132.56, down on the day almost 1%. So Google and Apple going straight down, and you can see there might be a little bit more downside in the short term. So here on Google, guys, the next support here will be 130, and so far why is holding right here? Look at this Bollinger Band here on bottom sitting at 131.82, and that is why this thing's still holding right here and not going below lower Bollinger Band. Now soon as that gives up, or this Bollinger Band comes down even more down to 130, that's gonna be the next support to watch, and then this gap 127.74. Now to the upside, and the only way up, breaking and holding above 135. Soon as that happens on Google, you're going to see a move up to 138 right here to close this gap on top, and possibly we could see a run up to even 140. On Amazon, stock is down 0.35%, and Amazon again into closing. Yes, this thing ran back up to 176.46, but you can see a rejection from this 5-day moving average, and then came back and now trading and holding right here at 173. Now this is gonna be a critical support on Amazon, because 173 gives up, you're going to see immediate drop down to this gap 170 and then 167. Now as long as Amazon can hold right here 173, watch out for a move back up to 176 right here, 5-day moving average, and above that you're going to see Amazon filling this gap at 177.49 and possibly running back up to even 180. But it's not looking that great right here. Amazon coming back and holding 173 again today, and I think Amazon wants to close this gap right here at 170. We just need that confirmation, and that's gonna be breaking below 173, and soon as that happens, Amazon coming down and filling this gap right here at 170.23. On Microsoft, it's down 0.14%, so kind of a flat day on Microsoft. And also, if you look at my screen, came under 400, went back up and holding 400 into closing as a support. So here on Microsoft, guys, your line in the sand right here, 400, and just below that, right here, rising 50-day moving average, which is sitting at 397.36, and that's gonna be a strong support to watch. And also, lower Bollinger Band sitting around 398, and that is why we saw that bounce off of that level, went back up to 405.16, but cannot get above 405, came back and now trading just above 400. So here on Microsoft, 400, and then right here I would say 397 to 398, and below that 394, and then this gap 390. Now at some point Microsoft can actually hold and break above 410, then you're going to see continuation to the upside back up to 413 to even 415 and then 420. On AMD, it's up 2.68%, and just like the way I gave you guys that price target on top, 215, almost hitting it today, 214.81, and then we saw immediate selling from there all the way down to 207.32, and now trading at 210.63 at the closing, up on the day 2.68%. So here on AMD, guys, we gapped up again today, which is insane. There will be strong support right here at 205, and then rising 5-day moving average, this blue line, 203, and then 200. Below 200, watch out for a move all the way down to 193, and then this range breakout and a retest 184. Now as long as AMD can stay above rising 5-day moving average, you're going to see a move back up to 215 again. So Apple stock getting absolutely destroyed today, again down on the day 0.59%, came back up to 171.24, and look at the rejection from 170, guys. Again, huge rejection. This thing went back up, and look at this RSI right now, 22.13. Extremely oversold. And when was the last time we saw that? I mean, we can go back. Look at this, guys. Just look right here. It's been a couple years since we saw RSI down to 22 on Apple stock. And that is why Apple definitely a great opportunity in this market. And also, if this thing goes down even more, that's gonna be even a better opportunity. Now, if you guys go back from a video that I made just a couple days ago, and I was talking about it, that Apple can drop down to 166, and that would be a huge dip buying opportunity. Well, I'm getting my wish right here. Looks like it's gonna get there early as this week, unless we get a bounce tomorrow and this thing actually breaks out above 170 and into closing can also hold 170 as a support. Then maybe we'll find a bottom on Apple early as tomorrow. If not, this sell-off can continue and Apple can come down all the way down to 166 to even 165 right here. This previous low could be retesting again, and that's going to be a huge opportunity to buy more Apple, and I'll be definitely buying even more right here on Apple stock. So going into tomorrow's session, the next support definitely right down here, 166, and to the upside now, it needs to get above 170, and once we can do that and Apple can hold and find some ground right here, then watch out for a move up to this gap 173.79, and then after that we can talk about more upside on Apple. On Nvidia stock, it's up again over 3%, another fresh new all-time high, hitting 897.24 and then pulling back down to 887. Now, I said it before also that without a pullback, this thing can go straight up all the way up to 900. And we got really close to it today, 897.24, and then we saw a bit of a pullback. And now at the closing at 887. So Nvidia, guys, just recently, there is no big catalyst, nothing going on. But look at right here, a gap up from 823, never came back. Another massive gap up from 860 today. Never came back, And from 860, this thing ran all the way up to almost 900. So are we going to see possibly a pullback, at least in the short term, to close these gaps down here on Nvidia? Well, it's possible, but not above 900. So now strong resistance will be at 900, and on a pullback you need to watch right here, and that's gonna be 876, and below that this gap 860.97, and then we also have strong support 840, and then this gap 823. So watch out, Nvidia breaks out above 900. Yes, things are getting really frothy and overextended, but who cares? Nvidia definitely can run again above 900. Couple more gap ups and this thing will be 1000. So Tesla stock getting absolutely destroyed again today, down 2.32%, and looks like we actually got a new low today, 173.70, breaking below this previous low, which is 176. So here on Tesla, guys, unless we get that breakout over 180 and Tesla can hold 180, the next stop on Tesla below 175, that's gonna be 162.95, this gap all the way down here. Now, as long as Tesla can get a bounce and can hold 180, this could be a double bottom on Tesla, and then we could see some continuation to the upside above 180. Watch out for a move up to 186.72, and then possibly going up to 190, and then 193 to 194, and then we can talk about 200 on Tesla. Now, a lot of people actually bought Tesla before at 260, 280, even 300. And I know some people that actually chased Tesla and got in here on top. All I can say, hold on. You bought really high, you chased it, there's nothing you can do. The moment you sell, you take a loss. Right now, it's a paper loss. Now, people that are buying right now, and I'm still holding my shares, I'm not selling a single share until at least 225 to 230. And I'll be buying even more if this thing actually gets down to this gap, 162.95. And I can tell you guys this right here that, a lot of the things you buy in this market, sometimes you just gotta hold longer. Because Tesla, I could have sold right here and lock in some profit, but that was not my target. So I'm not gonna sell right here. If I need to, I'll just add more because I'm not in a rush to sell my shares. It's gonna go back up. It's just a matter of time, and that is why you buy names like Tesla, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and all that, because you know that no matter what happens, things will come back at one point and you're going to make money. Now, I can give you some examples of my recent trades, and I know I'm not comparing, these names to Tesla because it's totally different company, but Disney, nobody wanted at $80. I made a ton of money. Disney now trading over 110. Nobody wanted. Target close to 100, and now it's trading at what? 170, up almost 70% from the bottom. So when you buy big names and you can hold and you don't panic, you're going to make your money back. But as soon as you sell, that is when you take a loss. Right now, it's a paper loss. So think about it, guys. It's going to come back up. And just like before, people will go and chase Tesla at 300, but nobody wants it right now. And people that are buying, screaming all day, talking about, getting out and it's going down, I'm done. Nothing is happening. It's a paper loss. Soon as you sell, that becomes a real loss. So think about that. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.